Sing in me, muse, and through me tell the story of those people, skilled in all ways of contending, the Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy. Sing of the cities they saw, the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventurous muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time. Lift the great song again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Neon Knights Roleplay. And I am so excited to welcome you in to Season 3 of Oathsworn, Odyssey the Dragonlords. I am, as I have always been and will continue to be for the foreseeable future, despite the best efforts of my foes, Turk, or Turk Accented, in the vast, wide ranges of the internet. And I have the distinct honor and privilege of being your GM for the evening. So, we've got quite a bit of show to jump into, so I'll kind of skip all the usual pleasantries and just say thank you all so much for your continuing support of us, this show, this crew, and speaking of this incredible group of players around the proverbial fire, I'd love them to give a chance to introduce themselves, starting, of course, with the one who kicks off these things, so, you know, why don't we, kick things off as we have in olden times, all the way back in episode 0 with Comrade Crash.
Hey, I'm Comrade Crash. I play Leo Dracos, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord, and he walks the path of the Vanished One. Up next is Chrissy. You're muted.
You're still muted.
Oh no.
You're aggressively
Is it because your
muted.
mic is up here? Like, does that have anything to do with it? Oh no.
Okay, we will figure out Chrissy. Why don't we jump over
Chrissy
to
at some point, didn't I?
Yes, at some point we heard Chrissy tonight.
Free headphones.
Someone just say it.
I don't know. It's really hard to remember.
She's Chrissy Crits. She's playing Defera Damos, the human warlock who walks
Yes.
the path of the haunted one.
Yes.
I forget
job.
what other else things that she says is true. But that's about as good as I can do.
I think that's really it. I think you nailed it. And passing it over to Heck.
Yeah, there's two
How about
now?
He's on the screen. Hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
Oh,
Alright.
Now that
Tony did it better. Go ahead, Heck.
Just in
Okay.
time.
This is so scuffed. I love it. Hey, everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm here. I'm on your screen, and as per usual, I'm here playing Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry Bard, who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. On over to HP.
Hello. Last hit point hero, and tonight I will be playing Threnos, the Siren Sorcerer, who walks the path of the Demi-Titan. And I don't know if you all know this, but he's level 10.
I mean,
Going on to Tony.
Oh, hey. I'm Tony. And I'll be playing Eliana Legide. She is the elf cleric. Of path of. I don't remember. The path of the gifted one? Are you
Yes.
gifted? Yeah, okay. Listen, it took me 3 years to remember my own,
You're not
which is not a lie. I wish that was a lie, but it's not.
Okay, now it's my turn. Hi everyone, I'm Corndog. I'm playing Borghild Hallharn. My name is Zonian Ranger. Path of the Lost One. Back to you, Turk. Here you go.
Okay, yeah. I do one really quick note before we begin. Something that pops into mind. I think we all need to give a big birthday shout out to our Sidon because it is Tyrant's birthday today. So if y'all get a chance and the various online spaces you might share with Tyrant today, be sure to drop a happy birthday. If you're seeing this, Ty, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ty. Fight on.
Anyway, we'll have to get him in here soon again. That being said,
Means something bad's gonna happen to me.
No, we're just gonna beat him. We're gonna beat him up
something
next time.
bad will happen to all of you. That being said, speaking of bad things happening to my players, that was pretty much the entirety of Season 2 as we joined our party venturing across the various isles of the Forgotten Sea, the Cerulean Gulf, encountering new and strange things, confronting threats both internal and external. Really, a lot of character growth happened. I don't know if you've heard about this, but that sometimes happens in D&D campaigns. But it was very good. You should watch it. And suffice to say, we join our party now as they are heading towards the last few days of the Oath of Peace. For the record, well, depending on the point in time we technically play this, let's say it's between 25 and 21 days remain in the Oath of Peace. But heading to this next point on the map, potentially a last stopping point before rushing towards Praxis and then to the Nether Sea to confront both Sidon and Lutheria with the time you have remaining before they can muster their forces and act uninterrupted across Thylea. You all, I feel, gather as you prepare to sail, and suffice to say, this moment, like all's entirely yours, as the weight of the adventure sits heavily on your shoulders. Friends both past and new are about and around, working the ship, recovering, lounging. What's happening? Oh, geez, not all at once.
I'm. Well,
Yeah, I was
I'm
just
just
about to
some
unmute
point.
and say
No, hey, now. Threnos at some point is going to hunt down Eliana. He owes her a thank you, and just wants to chat for a bit. Is Eliana findable, or is she hiding actively?
She does not hide. Easily findable.
Eliana, I've been thinking a lot about really these last several weeks and the last couple days. Mom coming back and you helping so much to get her piece back together. And I think I said thank you, but I don't know if I really stopped to say thank you. To really deliberately stand in front of you and say, Eliana, I appreciate you immensely. Thank you.
You're more than welcome. How have things been going with your mother since we brought her back?
It's great. It's fantastic. I mean, it's wonderful having Mom back. It's a good thing. Answers lots of questions, raises a couple others, but it's good. It's all really good. Yeah. So, but you, how are you?
A little preoccupied, to say the least. With everything going on, I'm not sure what to focus on first or next.
Well, I mean, from the very beginning, you've been ridiculously capable. very strong and wise. Can't help but wonder if you're hiding something under all that armor, though.
Like,
Don't know. I mean, you're more than just someone really good with spears and who shows such compassion when it's needed. Eventually,
it's
mainly
likely
started to.
if I'm hiding something, it might be unintentional. I have the luxury, or at least, most elves have the luxury of living for long times. So we're not as quick to action on everything. So we do, at least I have, dwelled on things, taken long periods of time to think between actions and reactions. And lately, it just seems much different. It's constantly on the go, no time for much thought between each thing, and it's a bit overwhelming at times.
So, you find it hard that we find ourselves trapped by just a couple of weeks before this Oath of Peace passes?
Essentially, and without being sure that we're ready to face the twins. But I'm sure we'll get there.
I honestly don't know when or if we'll be ready or not, but it kind of seems like one of those things where, I don't know, it doesn't matter if we think we're ready. It'll be time. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, I just wanted to find you and thank you. And I don't know, guess say that I see you doing your thinking. And if you ever want to do some of that thinking out loud, we're all here.
I will make sure to keep that in mind. And not just let it dwell in the little pools in my head.
That would be great. Something else. Speaking of, I'm going to look around and see if I can just gather the core group. Just wait here a second, Eliana. I want to find everyone else. I'm going to make my way around the ship and find everyone and drag you all into the same general area. One way or the other.
Okay.
Come on, there's something we need to talk about. It just occurred to me. I was talking to Eliana, and it's important. And I think it's important. Bang on the door outside of wherever Leo and Defira are. Be very loud on the way up. Hey!
No, don't knock on
Where's
it. There's a
everybody?
sock.
I'm actually with Borhill.
Be a
most likely.
sandal then.
Okay.
Oh, shit, yeah.
It's a sandal
Mike,
hanging
it's
up.
me.
Oh! I'm not surprised. Oh, wait, you're just practicing. Hey, come here. There's something I want us all together for.
Does
I'll
it
gather-
involve food or meat or anything like that? Or can we stop and get snacks along the way?
Bring snacks. It does involve you.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go find snackies. Cheeses and meat and...
I swear if she comes back with Pythor, I am going to be sick. Everyone.
He's not a snack. He's a whole meal.
After I gather everybody, and Borghild makes it with snacks. Actually, while Borghild is on her way, look, I was talking to Eliana a little bit ago, and I said that, you know, we want to be there for each other, and we've been there for each other through all of this. And it occurred to me that all of us have sworn to one another. But Borghild has been with us for quite a while now. We've never really included her in that way. And I think it's important that we do, if she'll have us.
That's a good point.
I mean,
How do
either
we
we're
go
all in
about
this
that,
together or
too?
we're not.
Is there a oath renewal ceremony? How does this work?
The oaths, as powerful as they are, usually feel pretty formal. We gotta let's grab one of the gods. If we make them do it, it'll be more official, right? I mean, Kira started ours.
Mm-hmm.
Eliana, will you ask Kira to come over here? She, for some reason, responds best to the sound of your voice.
Yes, and you know what? I'm actually going to use the message spell.
Okay.
Just like while we're here, because I don't want to go find her.
It's like texting someone who's in the same house.
Yeah, it's just like literally texting the person across the room, like, "Hey, come over here real quick."
It's a big boat.
Just start,
Not that
don't you have to
big.
point in their direction? You just start randomly pointing generally.
Some
where
people
they're
don't come from yelling families.
Yeah, I was messaged like, Kira, you needed in the oh fuck, where would be the stuff that's gonna come out?
Quick, think of every part of the
It's-
boat on ancient Greek triremes.
I dare you to think of anything other than the
the-
poop deck.
the sleeping quarters.
Oh, we're on the deck. It has to be.
Oh. I already asked her to come to the sleeping quarters.
So now instead of you
It's
going to find her,
decided.
we all have to go down to the sleeping quarters.
We should keep in mind, this is Courtney saying this, not
Yep.
Borghild. Where Chandra's at? Where are you at? What are you doing? Do we want to have this conversation around them? So just because we know that they're a lurker, and I want to have us all be mindful of lurkers.
Oh, we'll be finding lurkers very soon.
I mean, look, if you want to do a general perception check to be aware of Chandras amongst the bustle of your ship, you absolutely can make a go for it. But like,
search for Chandras.
locate object.
Locate
Oh,
Chandras.
this is not an object. You stop that.
Well, you know, think of something that he has.
Oh shit, Borghild definitely spots him.
Yeah, he's a blue
That's
tiefling.
true.
That's rare enough. So yeah.
So whenever
when I
Kira
walk
and
by with
Borghild
Snack,
are,
I just give him a look. that gives off the energy of, what are you doing here? Look away. You don't know if Borghild's about to fuck or if she's about to have diarrhea or something, but it's like you don't want this.
He doesn't
Oh,
turn away from you or anything. He just kind of just looks at you as if you're insane for aggressively pursuing him as a target.
That's fine.
God,
Well,
it's
make
like a
him
Care
uncomfortable
Bear
enough
stare,
to
except it's a
yeah, it's
mean
like-
girl glare.
No, we got that
Yeah.
first look to camera very early in this episode.
That's, I'm pretty sure, the only reason why I was brought into this campaign.
It's like this. It's in a way that only Corn Dog can do too. It's so funny.
Please stop.
So when everyone gathers, Akira gets here.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Yeah, she'll enter and then look around at everyone else. Oh,
Okay.
what the
Anyway,
hell?
Borghild, it occurred to me recently. I mean, you have been here on the ship with us for weeks now. Well, I guess technically 10 days. About that? Is that right?
Honestly, I've kind of lost track of time because of that one island where we were in that tower and things kind of got funky. But sure.
But I mean, you've been here, part of our world, if not permanently. Yes, we'd love for you to find a way home, but at least temporarily, you're part of our world. You're part of who we are, and I think we should formalize that if you'll have us. You see, when we started as the Oracle's Chosen, and all the consequences that came after that, we swore to one another to take care of one another, to lift up each other, to watch each other's backs. And here in our world, amongst our people, that oath is powerful. It means a lot. You've seen the consequences of broken oaths and what happens when they're restored. We are on the edge of what happens if a great, what has the oath that has been restraining the gods themselves. And there's oath that binds all of us. And since we haven't been able to find you a quick way home, if you'll have us, I wonder if we could swear to each other as partners, as shipmates, as, I don't know, maybe a new chosen so we can leave any X's behind.
Is it like a contract that you have written up, or is it just like we give each other finger guns, or like?
It's more like a verbal agreement and an understanding that those words have meaning and power. And kind of more like a hands in a group sort of situation, or handshake.
Kind of like a go team kind of situation? Or is it like we all
Yes.
link pinkies and thumbs?
It's a promise that you'll all share in the wealth and glory of your exploits, that none will try to step above the station of another.
When you say wealth, what do you mean by that? Like what's out there?
Like wealth, like gold pieces,
It's kind of-
silver, copper, yeah.
A share and share alike. I saw it more as a caring for one another rather than promising not to screw each other over, but
I mean, as long as I get like enough money to figure out a way to go home and we punch Sidon in the dick so I can get out of the storms, that'd be cool.
You need a lot more money than just to punch Sidon on the dick. He's not the one making
Well,
this
I know,
money.
that's like an actual task that we have to do. That's not a buy this off situation. Sure, but I'm sure that, like, in order to hire a crew to go back home, that's
Sure, I mean, and then firing a crew to defeat Kentamane.
well, it's a way of saying we'll work together toward what you need.
Yeah.
It's as much us swearing to help you find the path that you need to take and want to take as anything else.
Oh, so, like, you guys... Like, if I help you, you would potentially help me. Do you?
Absolutely. It's formalizing that in a way that's important to us, our people. It's kind of like words spoken from the heart instead of just the lips. We also usually drink and feast afterwards.
I mean, that part I was already signed up for. Regardless.
I mean, I did put a lot of pressure on this. I didn't really mean to. If it's not something to take lightly, and if you need some time to think about it, I mean, I definitely understand. Sorry, I'm kind of speaking on everybody's behalf. I'm sorry.
It's because it's well spoken. I haven't really had much to add.
But no, I think we all agree that Borhild is part of the team.
We have to agree on like a certain set of moral or ethical standards to be a part of this. I only ask because I've stayed my hand a few times because it seems like that's what you guys would want me to do because that's what you would do. Sometimes I've really hated that.
It's a way for us to support each other where we are. Us
Okay,
for
so there's
you
no,
as well.
like-
It's not.
We won't punch a criminal to death in their face. An island sometimes.
That won't be in it.
Like, that's not a hard no that I can't do that, right?
No.
Okay. Because I definitely did do that. I killed him.
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Just
We've
like
got-
everyone was like, don't do it, it's not worth it while we were there. And I just don't want to be an anchor to your morality if it sits at a different level.
Trust me, we have killed a lot of people for very few reasons in our journey so far. You had a good reason to kill that one. So, no. What? No. No. Not like we'd make a list of commandments or something. That'd be ridiculous.
Okay, good. I was just... That was actually the real question, was like, did you guys have like commandments and stuff that we're supposed to follow here?
No.
Or things
Boils
that
down
we-
to we care for each other. We won't take from each other. We'll share with each other all the good and the bad that comes from this journey. In a way, the oath would pretty much bind us to hold someone down for you in a lot of ways.
I want to vibe check everyone. Do you guys all want me to hang out?
You want to vibe check everybody?
I want to,
You
yeah. I
Roll
wanna read the
insight.
room. I just want to know what everyone's
Roll
thinking right
perception
now as
real
we're
quick.
having this conversation. Because some people have been quiet.
Well, it's because the nature of the medium
I
we're dealing with, but
Courtney know that, but I want to look at all the faces in the room.
Borkild walks in a circle and grabs each of us by the sides of the cheeks and stares into your eyes. What do you do?
Well, in my creepy Fae book that I was listening to today, you could definitely just listen to someone's heart rate to determine their feelings.
Oh my god. That's wild.
It was actually. But-
Yeah, no,
Stand still.
genuinely, like, I don't think Calliope does have, like, that much to add. Like, this is a good point. Like, she always just kind of thought as Borghild as part of the group to begin with, but to actually formalize it, like, is a meaningful thing. That's, yeah, kind of where her brain is at.
I will call on people.
Defera, if you are looking at her, would probably have the look on her face similar to that scene in Waterboy where the girl holds up the sign where it's like, do you want me to kill them? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's been
Wait,
pretty much
Waterboy?
team...
I thought that was in.
I don't know. Whatever Adam Sandler movie that's in.
It is.
I thought it was Waterboy.
Okay, never mind. Yep, you're right. I
And the
was
guy's
seeing,
like-
I was seeing Molly Ringwald for some reason in my brain.
That one. You guys got it. She's always been Team Borghild, so she's just nodding, probably stealing some of whatever snacks Borghild has brought along for the meeting. Her mouth is probably full of cheese.
Hell yeah.
Leo, Borghild looks deep into your eyes. She places her ear to your chest to listen to your heartbeat. What is the sound?
I think it's elevated.
Why are you here? Why are you on my chest?
No, I thought you were on my chest.
No,
Huh?
I was mimicking your thoughts. Me, Courtney.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. Well, of course, like,
I wouldn't
they've
actually
become
do
my
that. Borghild would
sensei,
not.
basically. And so, yeah, they're part of the crew. They have risked their life and limb to keep everyone safe here. I don't see why not. They would be bonded with us.
Stare at Eliana with intention.
Ooh. Ever since your surprising debut, you've been an asset. You've been more than helpful and willing to help. And I think it would be doing you... Oh, I can't think of the word.
Description of the word.
It would be doing a dishonor not to formally include you in our group. As you become a part of it, you've pulled more than your own weight, and as much as we will help you once everything is done, we want to prove to you how much it means by doing this oath.
But why are you all doing? And I don't mean that in like a facetious or mean or malicious kind of way. I just... Like, I was fairly certain once I got off Themis that I was just going to be fighting my way through all of this place the whole time. It was just going to be the way it was going to be. So I had already had that settled. But why are the rest of you opting to do this? Like, if the Oracle's Chosen wasn't there, if Leo's ex-girlfriend didn't have, like, this whole speech that she gave you guys once upon a time, like, why are you all still doing this? Because we've gotten our shit handed to us. Bullbug was cut in half. I've gone down a couple times. It's fine. But like, what? Ooh, thank you, comrade. I actually didn't mean it like that, but also, yeah. Why are you guys still risking your life and limb for this cause. Be a whole lot easier to just sit with that fuddy-duddy king. Be like, woo, go king. You know?
For me, I do it because I did not see anyone else willing to do it instead. That there is no one, there won't be anyone. It was either I pick up the arms and do what has to be done, or watch the world I've been around in and plan to stay in until the end of days become nothing but a wasteland.
When I started this journey, I wanted to prove myself. I wanted the truth of who my father was, who I thought was Pythor at the beginning of all this, and I wanted to prove that I was worthy to be a son of Pythor. But I learned I wasn't. I learned that Sidon was my father. So why do I do this? To kill the one that tried so hard to take my mother from me.
And for me, I feel it was the right thing to do. I honestly ran away last time when this land needed me, and this time I'm not going to run away.
I think for me, it started out one way. It has changed over time, if that makes sense. I joined this oath for entirely selfish reasons at the start. I had one goal: take out the dragon that took out my entire flock. And having this group of capable fighters with me was probably going to be the best way to do it. But then the more time that I spent with you all, and more time I spent out in the world and not just with these blinders on for this one thing, that changed a little bit. I, went and caught feelings for you all. You all are incredible people. And the world that I've encountered, I wish you could see what it looks like right now, Fort Hill, the mainland. They're good people there. And
I was so close to getting there, and then I got turned into a...
Yeah, you really did. But once you're there, you'll understand. You'll definitely understand. And these people don't deserve to be at the mercy of this petulant child of a king, or these two titans that are threatening all of it. We have fought for quite a lot already. We've been to the island of Yonder and taken down the encampment there. We've gone and taken down the very dragon that I had set out to exact my revenge on since the beginning of all of this. So technically that part of my journey is entirely done, but what will that mean, or what would it all be for if we don't finish this last goal. If the end of the world happens, that'll be for nothing. And I greatly want to see us all succeed in what we're setting out to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything really new to add. Other than I think that I started this pretty selfishly. I really just joined to get my life back. So, and I kind of am still working towards that. But I think that life might look different now. I'm just not sure what that life will look like. I mean, before I thought it was like, you know, I was going to get married, shacked up, have a couple kids, or whatever. I had a good family, but I think some of them are dead, or... I'm really not sure. We did kill one of my sisters, so... There's a lot of question marks that I would like to turn from question marks to maybe, like, periods at the end of those sentences, so there's just closure. And I don't know if that'll happen until Lutheria kind of just answers them. So that's why I keep doing it. Mostly. And then she's going to glance at Leo.
I'm gonna glance in between the two of them long enough that I make it slightly uncomfortable. Oh, cool. I think you all know that I'm here, so I can go home. Which sounds counterintuitive, but in case you guys didn't know, out there, further out to sea, there's some real bad storms and other things that kind of suck people in here or kill them. And I need to figure out a way to traverse that so I don't get sucked back in or die here. I also want to know if there's more than just me and Ivor left. One of us that we can get to take home. And hopefully too many people didn't drown.
I think we've all come a long way. We've all faced a lot. I think together we'll get all the further. I guess the question is, Borghild, should we swear to one another?
I think that could be doable, as long as it doesn't end up with me being kind of like cursed, like Pythor and Kira and Valis all are. I get it, it's an oath, blah, blah, blah. But they also
Cursed,
can't
they're
do
just
whatever they
bound.
want to do, and if that happens to me, I will flip the fuck out. I just don't want to be like, oh, look at it, this is like this Amazonian warrior. She's so great and wonderful. Also, she can't use her discs anymore.
That's why the words of the oath are important. You'll know exactly what it is as we say it.
I want to be hamstrung by it, if that makes sense. Mainly
yeah,
because, like, even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecies. And
Well, that's actually a really good point. Kira, what was the content of that oath that bound you all so tightly?
I've been asking for ages.
I mean, it's huge and extensive, but like, what do you want? Like the cliff notes?
All of it. I want to read it.
Well, I don't have a copy. That's way back in probably Mitros.
But you signed it. You don't have a copy of your own oath that you signed?
Really write them down. We kind of speak them.
I didn't sign it. It was kind of signed in our behalves. With the,
Who speaks for you?
What?
Okay. Quick history lesson for those who've forgotten. The Dragonlords all went to go and fight the Titans at the tower. They all died while we played defense in Mitros because, if we didn't, there wouldn't be a Mitros. And yeah, only Daemon came back with the Oath of Peace, which specified that as per an agreement that my mom and the Titans established, there would be no direct conflict for 500 years. So, we don't use our incredible powers to try and give humanity an upper edge in too direct a way, and neither do the Titans.
They literally, kill people.
Kind of empower people to kill people.
Yeah, so they've killed people.
So
yeah, but that's kind of what the gods do with us.
If you it's working through intermediaries. They have followers that they give intention to.
I start pointing out the different stuff that Vulcan's made for all of us, and those sorts of things.
Generally gathering you all together to make you effective. I mean, who could have sent those letters out? It really could have been anybody.
Gesture towards Chandra's.
I told you with my eyes.
I'm sorry, I'm just passing by. I smelled a lot of good food.
It's
We're not-
mine.
It's a shame the rest of your crew's on bare rations, but
Oh no, they're being fed to you.
it gives you a look like, you've been overlooking the logistics of your ship?
Courtney watched back episodes and it was like, we have these gift apples from heaven and it feeds us all so well. So Courtney is thinking that we are eating apples and cheese right now.
You could be having apples and
crew
cheese.
is.
But you will also remember from the previous episodes that a large majority of those became regular apples upon leaving the Golden Heart. The only ones that remained were pressed into olives. All of the golden olives were turned into the blessed olive oil, and the blessed mead was also created.
Okay, I had been here for 30 minutes at that point, and
It's okay. I'm not. That's.
Look, we just killed 2 rocks that we cooked up.
I haven't
so
gotten
we're
back
fine.
to my start yet. I'm still working my way through that.
Chandra's, just go down to your room before you give us reason to question you further.
I am.
But also, never mind. Here's a cup of mead. I feel bad. We kind of bullied you just now. Here's some mead. Sorry.
Thank you. He'll take the mead and give you all a cheers and leave. Not physically clinking glasses, more of
Man, I really feel like he or Saros are just kind of like us in our sleep one night.
I don't know. It's not like Steros says that all the time or anything.
You guys, when I joined that campaign and he was just threatening you by Turk just mumbling the whole time, I was like,
Openly.
what is anyone doing about this? Nothing.
Yeah, we kind of
He doesn't mean it.
You think of him like that little noisy rodent that's just upset that you're there, but isn't actually able or gonna do anything. I think he likes us.
He's just a Jenkin with an eye of blasting that he specifically made to kill people with, but he's good at killing your enemies. Kira will cheer them.
Exactly. It's fine.
I don't
He's
know.
more
I
like
really depends on if Chrissy's using the roll 20 or if someone else is.
Damn.
Sorry,
That being
Chrissy
said-
knows. Chrissy knows she's cursed.
That all being said, would you like to swear the oath of friendship?
Clarify, you're not going to be hamstrung. You're not going to be stopped by it. There's no moral obligation tied to it other than the one we make to care for one another.
If it makes you feel better, I can tell you the words right now. And
Oh, so
Well-
these words you've written down. Sorry, I'm just.
these words you all said before on your own. Interesting
I
how
don't
you have
remember
forgotten
all
them.
of them either. Ha ha.
Anyway,
Also, I don't know how to read.
Yeah.
the words are very simple. I am your name, and I swear upon my life and my honor that I will uphold the oath of fellowship with my fellow warriors who stand at my side. You look out for one another, a spirit of solidarity. When one of you wins fame, all of you will share it.
See?
That sounds fine.
Then by all means, I motions for everyone to have a bit of wine poured into their cups, and then motions for you to speak the oath. You want me to re-say it real quick?
Oh yeah. I thought this was gonna be like a church thing where you said like 3 words and then I would say 3 words. back.
Yeah. No, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I am your name.
I am your name. Borghild says that just to get like the smallest little like twitch of the eyebrow from Kira before being like, I, Borghild.
I swear upon my life and my honor
I swear upon my life and my honor
that I will uphold the oath of fellowship with the warriors who stand at my side.
that I will uphold the oath of fellowship with the warriors who stand at my side. Also, I'm gonna need less syllables. That way.
You already done?
Oh,
Now drink with your warriors. You'll be bound. Cheers. And you might have expected some kind of great magic to have shifted in you, some feeling of connection to be established, some magical line of light to come between you all, but no. It's a drink amongst people that hopefully, in accordance with the oath, you feel a bit more connected to. Because if you go back on that, it probably ain't good.
Now, because of the magic of the oath, you suddenly feel like many more people know your name out of nowhere.
feel weird.
Or killed, you feel different?
My mouth feels a little bit wetter than it did a little bit ago before I had that sip. As for like actual physical differences, I feel the same.
Kind of the irony of the oaths. They're meaningful, and they're powerful. Just they're part of us now. But that also means you're part of us now, too. And we're part of you. So, let's say we go kill some Titans and then get Borghild home. What do you all think?
Sounds like a plan.
But also, do we need to go talk to, before we kill and murder and maim, do we need to go talk to Lytheria first? If, she knows anything about DeFer's family? Like, I know we're all, like, team kill Sidon, because, like, yeah, it'd be super great to get rid of, like, natural disasters and calamities. Natural disasters. I believe that as much as anyone. But Also, we just got to this island. Aren't we gonna go here first?
Well, yeah, we're gonna take care of this one in front of us, but
I figured this was kind of on the way, you know, kind of before we got to the island with the weird thing that happened right as you were getting to it, because that's a whole beat.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, so I figured it'd be easier to kind of narratively back it up there. But yeah, I mean, Kira can chime in here. Talking directly to Thylea is possible through two means, I suppose. Well, three. One, death. Not advisable. Two, prayer. Not necessarily a direct means of contact, more just a general... You'd be giving aid to someone who's potentially a foe and has, you know, gone eye for eye with you all before, and has been not fucking about, blessedly. Perhaps. I don't know. Anyone have any weird dreams lately?
surprisingly long enough that I don't want to think about it.
Then whatever the blue one was saying about a general peace seems to be holding true for now. Either way, that leads to the next, but third best option, heading into the Nethersea. Finding her barge and face to face.
I will say, Sean has been offering to do for us.
Yes, well... it seems very trustworthy. I mean, he was only in the headquarters of the enemy, offering to probably kill you all at one point or another. Representative of one of the gods who seeks to destroy this land.
Ever wonder how we agreed to put people on this boat to begin with sometimes?
I remember, I have this great memory. Kind of, it feels like a dream now. When he was first here, he was in chains and kept to the lower decks. And now, he's running around, being all... He looks towards Calliope, googly-eyed. I'm just glad there's no
Wait,
marble
does he like Calliope?
I don't know, but I'm glad there's no marble. We might have more statues.
Shit, I missed that part. Sorry,
It's just,
Calliope. Unless you're into it,
Calliope's
then
charm.
like that's cool too. Has anyone here prayed to Lutheria before? Not really interested in praying to any gods I don't.
Did we burn down a Lutheria temple before we left the main
Yeah.
island?
Allegedly.
Down.
Oh, allegedly.
Yeah, there's very little positive good feelings there, and I think she's just been more of a back burner thing. That could very well be my fault. I have been pushing us towards Sidon for a while.
I mean, like, he does, like, commit natural disasters. And then it's like, haha, it's just the way weather is.
Both terrible. They're
Yeah, he
both
kinda
villainous.
sucks. 0 out of 10.
But Kira does raise a good point. Anyone actually recall what happened with Chandris that got him out of chains?
Yeah.
I think it was my bad. I just kind of felt bad about it.
No, we
Was
actually
under attack.
we were under attack
Oh, that's
by
right.
if the Sidon's fleet,
Yep.
and in order to get some assistance, since it was 6 ships? Question mark. I'm pretty sure it's 5 or 6
It was
ships.
a lot, and it was very scary. In that
Six
Yeah.
ships. Six ships was just the start of
And
that.
he specifically is against the Order of Sidon because they had him caged on their island.
So I
Oh,
need
so
to
like an
access
enemy,
to
an
himself
enemy
in order
is
to-
my boatmate.
But I guess it's kind of over now, isn't it?
It's been for a little while.
Yeah.
But also, treating people like they're people is pretty cool, unless you just want to kill them and stuff.
Treating people like they're people is also cool, but when they're an enemy and you are allowed to keep them in a confined space, it's not like we were torturing him or anything. I wouldn't put it past the Therians to try and torture all of you if they had the chance.
You don't think being in chains is torture?
I don't think it's ideal, but it's not like it was inhumane.
Just keeping him in the brig would keep him contained.
It's also important for us to talk about really what our intentions are, because just being nonchalant about his presence and freedom. I don't know, Defira, you've been quiet, and he's pretty much local priest of Lutheria around here. What are your thoughts?
Ultimately, I think he's done no harm.
Anything is done good, apparently, if you guys were not doing well before him with Lutheria.
We were just looking for extra arms, and as long as we've been treating him well, we have avoided dreams of rather unpleasant nature. I don't know if that's causation or correlation, but
Sleeping is, like, super important. Going without it is also another form of torture. Sort of.
but it is something I think we should at least be open and talk about. That's all. 'Cause I have trouble trusting him. It doesn't sound like he's joking and cute when he threatens us, but somehow it's different with Steros, and I don't know why.
I think it's the one eye thing.
It could be. It's one oversized eye for the face. It just looks too cute.
Don't imagine that the goddess of dreams and death has a particularly great sense of humor.
Could be it too.
She is mad.
Angry mad or crazy mad?
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
Yes.
She's delusional,
Wicked.
psychotic.
Villainous.
Mean.
All around, not great.
Sadistic.
Yes. Thesaurus soup.
I think that, yes, she will need dealt with. I don't think there's peace to be had there. And at some point when that becomes clear, I'm positive that Chandras will turn against him. I think he's still turned against us. As long as we're prepared for that eventuality, I agree. With Defira, I mean, how much danger is he really right now, other than whatever communication he has with Lutheria, if he has any? Kira, can you intercept prayers to another? Was there a shared line, or is there a jumble and you wait for someone to say a name out loud? Is it just kind of a general prayer and then the name is the direct
Or
line?
a Dropbox or
Yeah, is there a comment box that it works? Or
No. Sort of just occurs.
put him in a lead box? Will his prayers not get out?
I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever tried to not pray to someone while praying to them. That feels like circuitous logic.
We had a lead box and put Eliana in it, and she prayed to you.
And then we heavily
You'd be able to
irradiated
hear
the
her.
box. Would Eliana be alive or dead? We wouldn't know
you
until
leave the
it
box closed, because then she'll be both.
Yeah, superpositions. Now, I have another one about Pythor and a tortoise. I'd love to get your thoughts.
No. Please. All of you stop. This is all of you.
That being said, I would expect for all of you to prepare to face both Titans at one point or another. If you can't stop them before an attack or invasion of Mitros occurs, then you'd have to fight as you're defending the city. Even if you defeat both of them, the fleet very well might still attack.
Yes. But, I mean, all of you know defense well, so once the Titans are out of the way, use sweeps of divine power, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But, best to just do as much as we can beforehand. On the off chance that there's any interference? Interference sounds right.
Oh. Is there anything else for us to deal with before moving onward? I think that brings Borghild completely up to speed with where we've been and the journey we've been on. Brings her fully into the fold. I mean, it's almost like we're starting a new chapter in our journey together. It's like a new season of friendship.
Season, yeah.
Yeah. We're on the same page, Borghild. We're reading from the same line of the scroll.
That being as it is, then, if there's nothing else anyone wants to do in the immediate scene.
Well, question. Because I know we're on path to whatever island and doing all sorts of stuff. Do we want to talk to Chandras about Lutheria? Get some better insight into who she is as a person, stuff like that, because I'm gonna be real honest, it was pretty fucked up to read that you guys kind of killed Defera's sister, and then you just kind of were like, okay, next task, and you just kind of walk past it. I don't know about you guys, but if we could find the rest of her family, also, secret aside, selfish aside, maybe she has ways to access any of my other crew members, and stuff.
I mean,
if they're alive. I don't know if that's the way your stuff has gone.
When it comes to understanding her personality, I can assure you it doesn't have any positive traits.
Understanding the history of this group, it is an important note that Lutheria killed all of Defera's family. And it seems that
they're all dead?
Well, they're not alive dead.
I thought all of my crew was dead. Ivor now.
I mean,
Her sister was alive briefly, but yeah, that
changed, which seems to be a trend.
Wonder if that's what happened to him.
Chandras?
Yeah.
Well, people are just tieflings. That's a normal thing that happens. It's the ugly that might be the curse.
Well, no, I mean, it's just in the brief talks that I've had with him, he talked a lot about being kind of cast away by most everyone except for Lutheria. I think that was the draw. Her helping him, maybe that led to something like this. It's a powerful thing being some helpful source of power in a time that you're very desperate or vulnerable.
I don't know. I personally think I would want to leave it up to DeFaro to decide whether you all attempt to détente with her family's murderer.
We have to ultimately do it either way.
She may be more open, receptive, talkative, or upset once Sidon's gone. Really hard to predict how she'll act.
But she's the goddess of death, right?
Yes, but she's also both his sister and lover.
Oh.
Yep.
Huh.
But,
Why?
I mean, I don't know. We can always ask on the way. We have plenty of time. As you said, Chandris did offer to arrange a meeting. The question is, is that something to entertain or not?
Just a clarifying point, it was a meeting in the Nether Sea. Like, you would go and enter the Nether Sea and not like a, hey, yeah, come onto the boat.
So that's different, because usually that alludes to all of us dying. I mean, we could at least find a way at least try and figure out why no one even remembers Defira's family.
I think DeFerry got an explanation for that, if you recall.
Well, the not remembering was part of the agreement with the Fates, I believe.
Not quite. It was the way that that Mitros protected you, so it was part of it. Like Mitros kind of wiped your family out of history, so Thylea would stop trying to kill you all.
But she still killed all of them besides Defera?
And the sister, it seems.
So, no. Defira, your sister was still alive. Could the rest of them be alive somewhere? I mean, not to put false hope into any situation, but if we stop and think about it, I thought that my mother was dead, and she was not.
I thought my crew was dead.
Borghild thought her entire crew was dead, but we found one of them. Leo, everyone thought he should be dead because he's really, really old, but here he is. Eliana's dead inside, or I mean, Eliana is...
Got her! And Borghild will reach up for a high five.
is very thoughtful and slow in her decision making, but very much alive.
Borghild will pass you a cheese, Eliana, and give you a wink. Mainly because I want to see Eliana smooch. She knows you're...
There's this little, like, as we're going kind of around in the group of like, oh yeah, we thought this person was dead, but they're very much alive. Like, Calliope's not going to say anything.
Yeah, so I stopped at Calliope because I'm like, oh wait, no, they're all definitely dead.
For sure.
Nope,
For
they're
sure.
not there. Nope.
Fuck.
Calliope, we're your family now, I guess.
I appreciate the sentiment, but we can move on.
to Calliope, awkwardness. I guess it's not universal.
Yeah, I suppose anything is possible. I just, at this point, have kind of foregone the hope that it's a thing. And I don't know necessarily that Thylea would have the answer I'm hoping for, but answers are better than no answer.
If we end up talking to her and she goes, "Oh, there you are. I've been looking for your entire family to kill. Where have you been?" Then maybe there's still hope.
I mean, I'd like to think there's always hope, but I think the bigger thing is that we ultimately have to choose to engage with her anyways. It sounds like Chandris has taken a liking to Calliope. Maybe Calliope get more information from them than we could.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
And it's always good to be negotiating from a place of power. So, say as we continue our journey, we try and collect that information we can about Thylea, and in the meantime, we just keep on the path to deal with Sidon. I think that's everything, though. It's been on my mind for now. Anyone else have anything to bring up? Well, in that case, let's all get smashed and eat. And Thrynos will throw back a glass of wine and refill.
Yeah. Unless anyone else has anything else they want to do with this scene, I think that would be a good place for us to take our break as the scene kind of fades out and we rejoin now with the group outside a strange island. Floating earth and strange stars. But stick around. We've got a lot more adventure clearly to get into. So yeah, we're gonna all take a second and handle our liquids, and I suggest you do the same. So be good to yourselves. We'll be right back. So keep it locked here. Thanks all so much for watching us far. And then Michelle, please take us to break. Welcome back, everybody. Whew, it's breaks like that. They're really. I'm glad we handled our liquids. Let me tell you that. Anyway, we jump forward. Our crew having just approached the Isle of Time before a rapidly shifting shoreline seems to pull and hurl them around the island at a fast pace. The Ultros at a breakneck, the crew having to hold themselves down and brace over they can before coming to a sudden stop in the sky, alight with stars. Your ship sits gently outside an ancient crumbling dock, where in the distance you see this island is unlike any you have seen before. The geography here is jagged and odd, otherworldly, if not for the simple matter of the fact that there are massive floating pillars of stone that hover in the air and seem to gently move about one another. It's a little weird, to say the least. To say nothing of what must feel like the number of days that have shot past you without your input or say. But it seems beyond that, it is an otherwise tranquil and calm bay. What would you all like to do?
I guess head to shore.
Question of who's coming with us as always.
Mm-hmm.
Bullbug, would you like to come with us?
I'm always ready to strike out with you all. I mean, that's why you brought me along, right?
It's a rather strange place. Oath, what do you think?
I was not aware that there was geographical figures such as this in this land. It,
Same.
yes, reminds me of several other things, and they shouldn't be here, which adds several questions that, well, I'd be interested in answering, but I assume that I'll get my answers one or the other by your successful return back to the Ultros. As I said, I'm not much in combat, but I'd be willing to help however I could. If nothing else, brief look about the shore, but you'll actually note that Kira seems to look across this island with a particular bit of recognition and awe.
I didn't think there was anything to surprise you, Kira.
I've heard about this. I mean, I've heard a story about this. A story from a drunk sailor who, well, the floating pillars here. This island is said to be the home of incredibly old and powerful sphinxes. Beings who traverse time like the Ultros cuts through the waves. Whether they're friendly or not is not exactly clear in the verse. It's, again, fragments of drunken ramblings, but this could be... Well, they're said to know more than any living mortal or god, having observed and, in some cases, fought since time since time forever. Time memorial? Is that the word? Anyway.
Time we ran into a sphinx of any kind, things got weird.
The Lotus
Yeah.
Fish, yeah?
Yeah.
Windows through time up a tower.
Potentially from a similar group, though. Gyrosphinx, a Gynosphinx of their power. Inhabiting an island and taking a tower is one thing. This is an entire island. I encourage caution, but they could be of immense help. If you can get it.
True. Very powerful beings. Feel like we've done Wilder. What do you think, everybody?
Is there a chance we go onto this island and all of a sudden time gets weird and funky and suddenly the Oath of Peace has ended and we've only been there for 20 minutes?
Possibly.
I look behind us. Is there even like an option to leave?
I mean, as it stands currently, it is a dead sea with a calm, and you're in a calm bay. How you arrived here is strange, but the sky's above you if you want.
We're still on the main boat, right? Or did we go to the island already?
I figured you're
in the
all
bay.
still on the Ultros and figuring things out. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Because I was like, oh wait, I didn't finish the list of people we should probably bring with us.
No, yeah, it's still very much could be a working list if you like. But yeah, that being said, within the powers of the Sphinx might also be to give you more time, or a powerful boon, or an incredible curse. There's no telling until you try, but if you're looking for a leg up on the Titans, these are beings who operate outside of their peripheries, their conflicts.
Would you want to come with us, Kira, or is that not allowed?
I could come with, I just would be restrained as to what I could offer in regards to combat. If there was even a call for combat. Pythor can get in the way, sure, but, you know, it's not much to me.
I mean, do you personally want to go?
Yes. But I don't want to get
Then
in
it's
the
settled.
way.
Say we
Don't
go.
stand in front then, and don't stand at the rear. Stand somewhere.
And toward the middle, slightly to the left.
Probably there.
The meat in the
Left
euro.
side's front side.
Got it.
Like the onion. Maybe the tzatziki.
Alright. Well, the Ziki's all over.
The tzatziki.
Okay.
I will call out for Economy.
Took me a
We
second. Mm-hmm.
are going on a bit of a trip. Ready to go ashore?
Yes.
Let's go make new friends, shall we?
I like new friends.
That's something to sing about. And also look at the group. See if we can get some sphinxes on our side. And before I climb into the whatever we finally decided the rowboat that gets us to shore in is called, you know, I feel slightly optimistic. First time in a while, I feel like we're not walking onto an island where something's going to try and kill us immediately. I'm gonna keep an eye open because I just feel a little too comfortable.
When you say that, Borghild's just gonna like knock on the nearest beam.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I also don't like the
Don't put that evil out in there.
Had to.
Serious listening. We all know.
I had to.
I'm gonna go below deck and ask Pythor if he would like to join.
Can't have two non-militant gods, can we? Maybe we can.
Why not?
Yeah, good point. We're not gonna get in a fight anyway.
He's also really strong, and if we have to do a bunch of athletics-related things, as much fun as it is to carry you guys, sometimes it's nice to have someone stronger than me who can do it.
Kind of, as much as I'd like to, if Kira's going with you all, it's probably best one of us remain here with the crew in case something happens.
The boats were attacked
Also
once
true.
when we were away. I think we've taken Kira on one of these trips recently. And plus, most of us can fly. So you won't have to carry us. At least I feel like I can fly today.
Anyone else requested to join?
Want to bring the centaurs or not?
I mean, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
We gotta bring Steros just so we can listen to him continually murmur
Yes.
about killing us.
Do we want to bring Ildor?
Yeah, we haven't brought him. Let's make Ildor come.
Okay.
Our
Ildor,
wizard
come
man?
I'll know.
Wizard, right?
Yes. Oh yes.
A wizard, Harry.
I'm clicking all of the buttons and gather your allies.
Harry
yeah.
Wizard.
Okay. Let me just. I'm just gonna drag people on to.
If he doesn't have a real sheet,
Correct one.
just like
Oh no,
if
he
wants
does.
to come.
He does. I just.
Like,
We'll have
he's
to
here
be-
for wizard vibes. It's fine.
Having people familiar with magic.
He's just
would be very
vibes and
useful.
Yeah, not every NPC might be a combat NPC in your control. In this case, Ildor and Kira will not be perhaps directly partaking in combat.
Did both want to go, or was that like a? I don't know, guys. You guys go on ahead.
He looked intimidated and more like he'll wait to hear back from you all on how this goes.
Totally fine. I just thought I would offer.
It's like we're trying to get all the NPC endings in as few runs as possible.
No.
Look, you downloaded the mod that breaks the party size cap, and you get to get all the chime-ins, okay? That's the point. Doing Baldur's Gate right now. It's fantastic. I steamroll stuff. Not unlike how y'all steamroll stuff. That being said, making
You
your
don't
way...
recall many of us falling in combat, so
It's fine. You aired
that's
fire.
multiple times.
No one's died. There's only been 2 statuifications of various people.
Bullbug was cut in half.
Yeah, but he got better.
It's more than half. That man was crumbled.
Yeah.
Like a crumble cookie.
He was ordered at 1 a.m. by a high college kid. Anyway, loading the boats and making your way ashore, unless anyone else says anything. Any other dragons coming along? Nakia, Cassius.
I think, yeah, they're staying behind, maybe.
Up to you.
Bringing mine this time.
Alden's coming with, but she's staying perched on me until I understand how gravity works here.
That's a fair point. Fair point. I don't know why this map is really struggling for me, but thankfully it's just me seeing this map, so it's all good. Okay. Anyway, getting onto the boats and approaching this ruined dock, you see it is not built of what it was probably initially looked like ruined stone and decrepit wood, but rather entire slate of carved obsidian, fallen into disrepair, chipped and somehow other splintered, as well obsidian is wont to do. But making your way ashore, actually, well, as you're going there, does anyone cast a look up into the night sky that it's now randomly night since you're reaching here around midday initially.
Yeah,
Uh,
like
it-
I imagine
Yeah.
I would have, just because I was like also kind of say like, is it even possible to navigate our way out of here?
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
Alden and I are both on lookout.
So looking up into the sky, there are more stars here than you have ever seen. And mind you, this isn't like a light pollution, finally going out into the country where there's no lights sort of deal. There are actively more stars than you have ever accounted for in the entire journey of your lives, just within this horizon. And if you, kind of a weird question. Passive perception over 15, raise your hand. Okay, 1, 2.
Had a look. Nope.
Do I have a 3? Okay. In that case, the two of you will note that the stars here are actually not stationary, as some wink and seem to explode into bright clouds of light, or just simply disappear entirely. Like the entire celestial dome above you is constantly shifting and changing. Time, by understanding, kind of being more of a soup, I suppose, here, than a nice clean line. Oh no, I won't quote that British show at me. Anyway,
Are there any
did
constellations
it.
that Borghild recognizes?
if you really look, you can identify basic constellations that you'd be familiar with, but they are so overlaid with every other one that it's hard to tell if it's actually the constellations you're familiar with, or there's just such a volume of possibilities. Like, it's a connect the dots, but it's kind of like a make your own, and so there's just dots everywhere. But the dots are also blinking out of existence or turning into pockets of light, gas, and other things.
Gonna take out her notebook and try to write as much information about this down for Oath as possible.
Yeah, it's fucky. Entering the island, the geography here is strange. There's not a clear path, but rather a feeling in you, a kind of. And you don't all catch yourselves too. You're passively walking off this dock and reaching like a few steps into a bit of a small overgrown spot that you're like, how did we know to follow this path? Did you look about and there is not a clear indication of a cut way to go, no markings on the ground. Just kind of a sudden urge or understanding that it was the way. And that is when a old voice fills your ears, calm and feminine, quickly turning to face it. You see a giant gynosphinx. Sorry, I'm getting my sphinxes mixed up today, y'all. Sitting amongst the foliage, clearly by the indentation in the grass and dirt, having been there for a long time, yet that is exactly where you just came from, and you would absolutely would have noticed the gynosphinx just sitting there. But she just stands on all fours, and I bear your kind no ill will, and I hope you find the knowledge and treasures you seek here. And it's almost as if the way she says this, it's not like a way that one would start a conversation. More so, it's almost as if she's answering a initial outburst that has not come from your lips yet. But know this. He is coming. If he finds you, he will devour your flesh, your soul, and your very history. Nothing shall remain. 3 roars announce his arrival. 3 and no more. This is the time that he has allotted you. Use it wisely.
Sorry, three Vors?
Roars.
Roars.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Not that kind of show.
I heard 3 words, so
Oh,
we're all over the place.
roars. Like
Rawr,
wow.
rawr, rawr.
Yeah. Oh, well, he's here now. So sorry,
Yeah,
we're going to go
rawr,
cut
rawr,
it now.
rawr.
And it was 3 Roars will announce his arrival.
That is the time he has allotted you.
That's not a standard unit of measurement.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll take what time is offered. Grateful for it.
And you look
Supposed
about
to say something out loud.
as you turn, we kind of follow your view, and you kind of look about and look back to the Sphinx. Gone.
Oh,
Patched there, overgrown, and as if nothing has ever existed there.
Wonderful.
Did anyone put mushrooms in our breakfast?
At this
I-
time.
Have not drugged the party's breakfast yet, but maybe when the world's over, I'll when the world's not dying, rather, I'll give it a shot. That sounds pretty fun.
Well,
Okay.
apparently we have a time limit, so we should hurry.
So
Leo.
we're here looking for people or treasure?
We're just looking.
Leo, a thought pops into your head.
Yeah.
You know that there's 3 locations on the on this island. Naturally, there's the large stone table, which kind of weirdly in the center. There's that tall hill with the strange telescope called the Overlook, and then there's also the big pit of stars. You don't know how you know that. It's like you've been here in a dream, but even you can confidently say that's never occurred.
Yeah, I think I kind of just start pointing those out. So
And-
over there is the stone table. I think in that direction is the Overlook. And for some other reason, this direction leads to Pit of Stars.
As Leo explains this, you all find yourselves remembering the general directions of these locations. And again, as if you've been here before and know the path you have to take, but can't explain why.
oh yeah. Why can't I remember what is exactly at each of these locations?
Everything just feels weird here.
It's like going to a room and forgetting what you went in there for.
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to go to least intimidating to most intimidating sounding? Because I don't know. A pit of stars sounds kind of scary.
I think that's a good plan. So which
sorry.
sounds least intimidating to you?
There's
Probably the table. The table.
The table?
The least scary.
There's old magic carved in tables, though. Things fall off of overlooks.
Yeah.
Pits of stars. I mean, might as well go to the table.
Yeah.
Sure. Heading in that direction, you again know the path, working your way up and climbing these kind of outcroppings, flying where you can, but the path is still accessible for those without needing to carry most people. Again, the feeling is strange. You turn and look back and feel you've seen this vision before in a dream that you haven't had yet. And the strange beauty of it kind of comes to a pinnacle at the highest point of this strange island, where you come upon a dinner party of sorts. A massive stone table with a dozen matching chairs stands out in the open. An ogre-sized man sits at the head of the table, fast asleep. Along with him are other more humanoid-sized, though two are very clearly the four-armed and the four-armed former foes, all of the Dragonlords, Gaigans. That being said, all here are overgrown with hair and clearly deep in slumber. To the point where you can barely even see their faces. That being said, forearms is a pretty clear giveaway.
Eliana, I heard that if you give them a kiss, they'll wake up.
Not wake up large scary things.
Why not?
Good point. At least ask them why they're sleeping.
Is there any food on the table? Like, are they just in like?
There's no food on the table. The occupants here, it's kind of almost comical, whereas the large ogre-sized man fits perfectly in a seat, the others are seated like small children, legs dangling or not even reaching the ends of their chairs. And again, they all are just in various states of armor and weaponry, but again, kind of just at their side or like on their belts, and they're all just sleeping here.
Does it seem like they've been drugged, or does this feel like magic or something?
The long hair tells you that if this is a drug, it's been work for quite a while. Or you found a really cool ZZ Top style band that's just taking a quick little siesta. I mean, one of them is a fine dressed man. But despite all the girls going crazy, it doesn't seem like there's any movement. Only indication that they still draw breath is the occasional low and very faint puffs of breath that disrupt the hair growing in front of their faces and noses.
There's definitely something unusual going on here. I guess now that I think about it, maybe not that unusual. Long-haired individuals are certainly welcome to sleep in the middle of a strange island. Head down on the table. Strangers questioning their motives or intentions. Right?
Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna poke one and question their motives and intentions.
Sure. Anyone in particular?
The nearest.
Do you want to poke the Gaigans, or? It's totally fine. You can just pick the nearest, and then it can
The nearest is fine. Yeah, I am.
A finely dressed man.
The finely dressed one was the big ogre-sized dude.
Yeah, he was really big. I mean, I do need the guidance of a Geigen anyway, still.
Yeah. I was thinking that.
I am more Geigen motivated than anything.
So, Geigen, humanoid size, ogre size. Small,
Humanoid
medium,
size.
large. Human size? Okay.
Yeah, small. We'll start small. So if they
Start small.
start a
yeah.
fight, we're jump them. Excuse me.
You
me?
Their eyes, you see under the hair, open, and they brush it aside. How long has it been?
Long enough for you to grow a second eye. Aren't Geigens Cyclopean?
Sorry, you took Gigan.
Okay. No, sorry. I thought
You did.
Geigens were. No, got it. Never mind. I'm mixing up the fantasy creatures in this world.
No, you're good. No. I heard wrong. So you wanna wake up the Gigan.
Yes,
Okay.
because I need a Geigen.
Okay. In that case, Gigans are Cyclopean. So there is
Okay,
one.
good.
That's me messing up. So yeah, moving the hair. How long has it been?
We've been here for about 3 minutes.
I have seen everything. I have seen the multiverse switch and repeat over and over, an endless circle. There is no end to it. There is no beginning to it. It is simply a circle of time, looping and looping and looping and looping and looping.
Sounds unpleasant to say the least.
It is a thing of beauty, but I can't look away. I stand at the rim and I gaze into the void, and it looks back upon me, for I am in the void, and the void is in me, and I look out from the void upon the watcher who is myself.
I'm glad you had this experience then.
Imagine I came up
Oh,
with
yeah,
more.
he's
That is
out.
kind of like any chance you
Uh-huh.
want my input, more circles upon a linking chain branching off and growing, a tree of metal and iron breaking and fragmenting and becoming natural again.
Why don't you just take that in? We'll ask someone else. Any advice for going in the circle?
You are already in the circle.
Any advice for getting out of the circle then?
There is no escape from the circle. You are already caught in time's pull, inexorably moving forward. There is no escape. I await my friends.
What friends are you waiting for?
You watch the eye go wide, as if to answer, they don't remember.
I'm gonna give you some space to process. He says we're trapped, folks. Not unhappy about it. We ask another?
May as well, I guess.
We'll go to the fine dressed one, the one that does have 2 eyes.
Okay, the desire in me to just be like, "What's up, brother?"
Oh.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's just, hello. Oh, what's wrong with you?
What do you mean, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with all of you? This is
Wow, we already had this conversation. You're waking me up again. This ain't right.
What do you mean we already had this conversation?
We already had this exact conversation. It's beat for beat, blow by blow.
Well, let's pretend I wasn't
And
paying
just
close
getting
attention or
I'm
taking
taking
notes.
And then I have to recap that we had this conversation. You left confused and weird, and well, here we are.
Well, maybe if you explain it differently this time, and I won't go away confused and weird.
We already tried that. No way I explain it works, because I don't remember a damn thing. Only I've been here. I can't get out. But I could. Yeah. As long as that big bird on your shoulder doesn't attack me. There's no big bird on your shoulder.
My wing.
Oh, no, now there's a second one. You better be careful.
Yes, I have
They're
2 wings.
They're circling.
Only if I make them.
Birds they're tricky. Because this is normally bat country. But
So you've been here a while then?
I don't know. Perhaps. Don't know how I got here, but I'm here.
And I point at everyone else at the table, and they were here too.
Well, they've always been here. Yeah, not very talkative, not very good guests.
So it's your table.
I don't. Maybe. Hard to say.
Why'd you come here?
Well, I don't know. I've been here. Maybe it was the that demon lord. That one's them 5 who reign with an iron fist and brought hell to earth and all that. Maybe they sent me here on account of my rebellious style. Or maybe it was them other 7. Or the 10? 3? 1? There's a 17. I feel 17's a good number. Can't explain why. The little mouse in my ear is telling me it, though.
Well, if what you say is true, I'll be back to wake you up again in a little bit.
Fantastic. If you could give me 5 more minutes. Try to get my beauty sleep.
Do every time.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Anyone else creeped out by all this?
Oh yeah.
Mark something things down. Okay. Gosh, it's a circle I'm like filling in.
I feel like I am just as confused as when we got here.
Well, if we stop for a moment, we know they think they've been here forever. They've talked about a
might
loop in time. We've already associated time with sphinxes. Any divine insight, Kira?
These people are insane.
Thank you
I mean-
for that assessment.
No, they're insane, but they've been here for a long time, literally, but they aren't. I mean, they're aging, obviously, somewhat, but not really. It's hard to say.
Are we aging? Is this happening to us while we're standing here?
I don't feel older. I don't see anyone amongst us getting older. It's not like they're aging faster. They've just been here for a long time, it seems. But they know all of you.
Said we'd had the conversation before.
Concerning. Yeah, that's part of the concerning bit here.
Well,
All appear to be people of Tros?
No. Decidedly, the large ogre-sized dude, you don't recognize his affiliation or colors. Just that's some mighty nifty looking armor that seems like more advanced than what you've got. Whereas the others are just a whole slapbag mix. I mean, some people are wearing tunics, some are wearing like pants and leathered armor, and others wearing just like clothing, which is pretty standard.
and I feel like we could go around the table and wake them all up, but we're probably going to get similar responses. Should be anyway.
The ogre. Size person.
The big one in
Should we
was
go
nice
s-
dressed was who we talked to.
should maybe let them sleep and maybe go check out a different area.
Clarify, the ogre-sized person is the one I talked to.
Oh, no.
Okay, I misunderstood then.
If you want to talk to the oversight person now, you can. Absolutely.
Wokill, do you want to wake them up?
I'll go nudge him with a
Nudging
good
is,
berry in hand.
nudging is definitely something you have to do by like climbing up onto the chair here and then like tapping the arm at this point with the size because he's literally. To you, he's probably like a Jotun in comparison. His eyes open and then looks down at you. Fascinating.
You seem to have dozed off while presiding over this dinner? This gathering? This sleep party?
I'm not awake. This
You
is
asleep?
but an illusion, for if I am tempted to be stirred.
Okay. What is the illusion for?
Because I cannot wake up.
Why?
No, I'm just an illusion. I'm meant to give the impression and answer questions.
Or are you not a real person?
You watch, you can kind of see as the magic shifts, the ogre-sized person is very much still asleep. Behind the illusion. More of magic, but I don't know anything. I wasn't really instructed with anything, so...
Is this one of those magic spells where they have to like kiss you when you wake up?
Please don't kiss unconscious people.
Right. That's what I would think, but it's in all these frickin' books. They just kiss sleeping women and then they wake up. It's wild.
I've never read a book. That is kind of the extent of my magic. I apologize.
Are you going back to sleep? Okay.
The magic kind of just dissipates and the ogre is asleep. Ogre-sized person is asleep.
And I'm just gonna like stand there on like the chair handle and look down at Eliana. You know how to fix it?
To wake them up permanently?
Want to be asleep all the time? Because, like, I get that. But if this is like a curse or something. Are we obligated to help them, or do we just leave them cursed to your table for forever?
A roar resonates
No!
through the entire island.
No.
Oh, no.
But then
Clear.
ends.
Well, I
we've got-
think we don't have enough information on what's going on, and it sounds like we're running out of time.
Let's hurry to one of these other two places then.
I guess the Overlook then?
Sounds as good a place as any.
All right.
We get there and see ourselves down here at the table, though, I'm going to be slightly upset.
Going in, heading down from this high point and working your way north, again, kind of cutting through a strange forest, feeling you know every turn to take and exactly how to avoid small pitfalls along the way, you approach an area covered in strange green metal. The metal extends in an outcropping that forms a platform over a steep cliff. And on the far edge of this platform, you see, for all intents and purposes, a large telescope.
How large are we talking?
About 20 feet.
Oh,
And
yeah, no, that's a
fashioned
large
from
telescope.
fashioned from bronze, and if you do choose to approach, you see that the fall here would be quite disastrous, as it's about 1,000-foot drop onto some less than friendly looking jagged rocks.
Oh,
But yeah, beyond that, the outlook is just a fine place to have your hair caught in the breeze. And then also hear another lion roar.
I thought we might get a little bit more information before that happened.
seriously.
Might be on me messing up some initial time tracking mechanics, but I have course corrected.
Okay.
Well, we only have one more spot to go unless we just stay here and ignore it.
I
Is
mean,
there anything out on the horizon that points to like X marks the spot? Cool treasure location. Is there an exclamation point in the sky above an area that we should go look at?
You know, you could just look through the telescope and see what's pointing
Yeah,
out.
I was like,
I'm gonna do it then.
that
I'm gonna
first.
look in it with my eyeball.
Looking through the telescope, you see a city that I realize now you might not be totally familiar with, but it looks a lot like what this behind me. Yeah, featuring a large bronze statue of Pythor, or clearly younger, less bearded, more, youth twink than the current big bulk that he's got now.
Hey, look, it's Pythor.
And the
bronze.
bay,
Oh.
yeah, a bay that is bustling with merchant ships, with bronze and marble statues that line the city's many busy streets in the shadow of Mount Vulcan. Of course, I will note a good number of those as you get closer to the top palace does seem to be of one of your party members. Elion.
Leon, I think I can see your house. Kira, like, detailed it in the notes. I think I found it.
How would you know what my house looks like?
It was in the notes.
Yeah, no one's been, like, super open. Remember? I've just been reading Kira's stuff. In the hemlines. Mainly hemlines. At least that's the part that she writes with, like, fancy. Sorry, Kira. Anyways.
I have to keep my audience entertained, and, again, that's why you're reading the decoy notes.
Okay, I want to see how many more statues there are.
Sure.
Take a look.
Borkhild steps back, and you wanna check it out, Calliope?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Looking through, you clearly see Mitros.
Nice.
It looks similar to how you remember it, but the walls and buildings are richer and on a grander scale. Statues of all of you stand in many plazas, adorned, and you get a general sense that a lot of construction work has been done on a time scale that doesn't make sense to you. Unless there's been a lot of digging and building, and not in a war effort way, and like a literal, yeah.
Big red flag that Akasha's would not allow a bunch of statues of us to be around Mitros. Is this like the future or something?
It's hard to say. I mean, it looks like you're gazing into a future vision of Mitros.
The future.
But yeah, if you want to check it all out,
Yeah.
the city has clearly been thriving, doing well. Clearly due to great efforts of your own, because damn, like, y'all are featured. This is not like a small area or just the Eliana Appreciation Walkway. This is almost like you've replaced the 5 in regards to importance.
Oh. Okay, yeah, I as I'm looking, I'm just kind of like relaying what I'm seeing to the rest of the group.
That's unnerving, to say the least.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone else want to look through?
I'll look.
Sure. You want to get a view of the
Yeah, we'll see the
Mitros.
city.
Yeah, great. You see Mitros. It has clearly been built up, but you see a strange armada of ships. The design is not familiar to you. Flying colors that you don't know, and they are actively besieging and launching works at the city. It seems like the defenders are putting up fights. Dragons sail down from the sky with a large thing seeming to hover above the clouds. If that's a divine influence or something else, it's hard to say. But a pitched battle is occurring outside the walls of Mitros. The defenders are great, but that oncoming fleet is vast.
Calliope, it looks like the city under attack.
What? By who?
I don't know. Do I recognize them at all? Just mystery.
The iconography and coloration are strange to you. One might be like it kind of holds a similar color scheme to Borghild's clan colors, but the design is totally wrong. And again, like aspects of the ships that you would recognize even by Borghild's description are present, but like again, not at all to your recollection.
Look at this. I don't know if I'm misremembering something you said, but does this look familiar to you?
Borghild, you check it out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go look.
You see a city in ruin, as large ogre-sized humans tread about and carefully are guiding digs and dusting and trying to move and displace dirt of where the city you just saw moments ago through here once was. You can see one of them picks up what seems to be a sort of rusted out figure that maybe at one point had wings.
I mean, do you see the colors in the ships? Those are like what you've described, right?
Not a whole lot of ships. It's more like so fucked. I'm wondering if we're possibly seeing potential outcomes of different timelines and theories.
It's possible. It's possible you're viewing a distant future. Perhaps one of many, perhaps the one set in stone. It's hard to say.
I mean, we did kill the Fates, so, there's, like, a whole lot of stuff that's probably out of sync now. But also, I saw Mishra's completely, like, pulverized. They were picking through the remains.
It's just being attacked when I looked at it.
What did the boats look like? What did the people look like?
I can kind of describing the designs. Porkhill, again, it's like you're almost making connections, but it's all off, and you don't like the shape and theory requires an entirely different kind of thought process around ship construction and resources.
Oh, if only we
Not us.
had Oath.
Suppose if we see one flying, we know there's a real issue.
No, but we should take down notes for Oath, so for those of you who looked into
Yeah.
it, we should take those notes.
Do you want to look
Somebody else look, see if it changes again. Yeah, I guess I could
Okay.
just look again. Okay.
At least some of us, not the three of us. Now that we've all looked, they more than one.
It's like it's different. What do you see, Defira?
Let me find the right one. Where did it? Oh, I had it. Defera, you look through here. A vision of a future so far and so alien beyond. You find no glimpse of recognizable connection to your frame of understanding. The beings and events you witness, the interaction of matter in its most basic state is foreign to you. This is not a world, a place, a time your mind can grasp. It's so completely indecipherable. Do you want to roll me a D100?
Oh no. Are we getting Call of Cthulhu?
Yeah. Playing Call of
I think
Cthulhu
we
recently.
are. Oh no. I'm worried.
You see this vision and are filled with a sudden sense of this is a future that many want to occur. And it cannot be allowed to. It can't be allowed to. There are powerful people, and you are clearly central to all this, because if it's happening so far in the future, they're coming to get you, to stop you. And so you're going to gain I know there's going to be a scary adjective thrown from it, but an indefinite madness. And convinced that powerful enemies are hunting me and their agents are everywhere I go. I am sure they're watching me all the time. And I'll post that in the Roll20.
No.
You're okay.
No, and I'm never gonna look in that again.
I'm so
What was
sorry.
it?
Well, basically, everybody's going to try to kill me. And whatever I just saw is terrible and awful. All at once. Everywhere. All the time. So, if I could never do that again, that's great.
Yeah, we should.
And she's just going to start randomly glancing over her shoulder.
Maybe we should stop looking into that thing.
Yeah, I think looking into the past, present, or future is just gonna make us all explode.
Yeah, I think we have to hurry and
Are you okay?
double ch-
Can this thing move?
The telescope is just a bronze telescope. I'm seeing if it mentions it being like planted, but it sounds like this is just kind of placed on its tripod.
Oh yeah, I'm totally cool. And she's going to tear a piece of her off and wrap it in front of the eye hole. We're good now. Now we're good. We can go anytime.
Whatever happened, I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go then.
Do you want a good berry? Would that help?
No. No, I don't think that it will help.
I'm gonna shove the good berry back in Alden's butt.
Perfect. I
Okay.
will take one of those later.
Got Alden was mechanical.
You just got a little doors open.
It's honestly really funny.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyone else want to
Yeah.
try to look through it?
I think it's best
No.
if we don't. Let's.
I feel so bad. We were all just dicking around, looking in, and they were like, "Hey, DeFera, do you want to see?" Like, no.
Farrah will look again. Just out of paranoia.
Fantastic. It shows nothing.
Sure.
All
Uh-oh.
good?
I mean, it was better than last time. So, I mean, I'll take that. Nothing is better than everything.
Or is that just what they want you to see?
Who said that?
Who said what?
Weird. Yeah, this isn't going great for me. She's just gonna wander away.
We've only got one place left. Only one roar left.
So do we need to be out before the third roar, or do we need to
I don't
like
know.
the roar happens, then we got time to run?
About 50 feet away, DeFera shouts, "It doesn't matter, they're coming for you anyways."
Let's
Let's follow
just go
DeFera.
to-
Let's
yeah, we'll follow DeFera and head toward the star thing.
The pit of stars. Making your way
Downtown.
making your way southbound, so kind of downtown. Depending on the city.
What if downtown's north
then
and
you're
uptown south?
then it's a grid system and you can figure that out really easily, but unfortunately this is more of a Bostonian
Never come to
style
where
where
I
it's,
live.
where it's cow trails. But you make your way towards the center of the island where you come to what seems to be the edge of a vast pit that engulfs the entirety of the middle here. Beyond the edge of the pit, you can see a black void full of bright stars. A narrow stone stairway winds its way down along the edge of the pit, leading to what appears to be a kind of, well, hard to say. It's dark down there.
I thought there was going to be stars here.
Well, there are. It was just down in the pit. Would you like to look down into the pit?
Yeah.
Before you do, Julia, I'm gonna just attach a rope to your waist real quick.
Well, no, I'm not going
It's-
deep. I'm just.
It sucks you
peeking.
in. I
Just
know.
you're just giving it a quick little glance. Yeah, you look down and it seems like it's a vast pit that, seems to be a void full of stars. Like you're looking up into the night sky.
Wow, that's trippy.
If you'd like to stay longer, you could, but you might see something, you might not. I don't know.
Leo?
Morgan has me tied up, so I should be good. And I look even deeper into the void.
But belaying
Yeah. I got you. You're just precautionary as Leo leans. Yeah, make me make
I
me
got real fucked up at the last place we went, so I'm trying to make sure that no one else decides that they're
Yeah.
just gonna jump off into the void.
some save.
Gone forever.
Some save.
Roll
16.
credits.
16. You get this immense feeling in the pit of your stomach that if you were to go into that, you'd fall forever. And you don't know how you feel about forever existing as a concept of a place you can put on a map. But then you kind of... Fine. I just won't fall into the pit. You managed to fight off that little bit of short-term madness.
What?
It's a little more forgiving than the...
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, don't go in there. Yeah, definitely don't go in there.
I don't think I was going to, but I'm glad that's, I'm glad for the confirmation. Thank you.
Okay. We have explored these areas, but I can't seem to figure out what's going on.
Is the narrow stairway down, not to fall into the
Oh.
pit, but rather descend.
Ooh. That
Should we go
doesn't
down?
really seem like a way out, but maybe there's answers to a way out.
Do we take those steps or do we head back to the ship?
Might as well take the steps while they're here.
Remind me of at the beginning when I took notes on the 3 roars and like the impending doom, but Sphinx also mentioned that we would find people and treasure.
She hopes you find the knowledge and treasure you seek here.
Well,
Or
we
we
have
haven't.
some unsettling knowledge, but we have not found treasure, so I wonder if treasure is down there.
To check. Let's just head down. It's the last lead to follow. Leo's tied to a rope and capable. Do we wait
Do we
for
all
the
want
report back,
to-
or do we just follow tied to each other, tie ourselves to the rope and just all go?
Tefera takes off down the steps. They're not
Tefera,
getting me first.
Yeah, I run after the
going
fair.
Levitate the-
God, I'm attached to you.
It's bad. Don't go down.
I look at the two up here.
Lasso
Can't stay
her.
up here.
Lasso her.
Making our way down, Pit.
Everyone, grab a safety buddy.
Okay.
Do you have your exit buddy?
Descending the stairway, you work your way down to what seems to be a kind of final landing, where a kind of door and passageway in one stands guarded not only by a sort of light vibrating crystal which seems to create the door beyond it, but also a creature that appears to be the mix of what's the how are these things made up? I always forget because my brain is full of beans instead of brains.
Please.
It has the head of an eagle, the body of a lion, and then the wings also of a bird, but kind of more unclear, I guess. As I can cheat and look in the book and get myself a cheat code to pull up there it is. Okay. It's a kind of a falcon hawk-headed sphinx. That 2 of them stand at the bottom. I'm gonna just show this to y'all. Staring at you. The one closer to the door asks, "Have you come to I get a taste of the treasures of the ages again.
Again.
Yeah.
Defer just shrieks.
Very well. And tell you what, let's roll initiative. As these guys are pretty keen on doing you harm, it seems. So.
What?
We need our tokens.
Oh, I should put you on the map that I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
put us
That
on the
might help.
map. Ooh, it's pretty.
Yes, it is a pit of stars.
Holy cow, there we all are.
Yeah, it's quite the party.
Put me in the front. Oh, I rolled twice, but one of them is awful. Oh, cheating. Go back to 5.
We not bring stare.
I thought we did.
I did not hear him brought up, but if you'd like to, absolutely.
It's okay.
Boop, there he is. I don't know. Oh, never mind. It's populating. Anybody not in initiative order?
I get
Alden. There they go.
I can't get Bullbug in there because the sheet won't load.
It should be.
It's roll
There.
20, not loading.
Oh, okay. Would you be alright if someone else just rolled for Bullbug's initiative real quick?
Oh, yeah, it's fine. If I can, go ahead.
Here, wait. I should be able to. Oh, there we go. Cool.
I can do Nestor.
Let's see. We got Full on Leo, Defera, Alden, Steros, Bullbug, Eliana, Borghild, Calliope, my foes, Threnos, and Nessa. I think we've got everybody. Anyone not see themselves on the tracker?
Myself.
Ah, well. All right. Sorry, you do see yourself?
Yeah, I'm on there. I'm good.
Okay, good. Then why don't we kick it off with full on?
I mean, let's see. Let me just measure this. Make sure. Oh yeah, no, that's longbow range. All right, yeah, we're gonna take 2 shots and see what happens. 21
21 will absolutely connect here.
for 10 piercing damage. Then I can do a second one.
Okay, you see as the bow is fired, that doesn't make quite the impact you wanted.
Okay. Figures. Oh no, 9.
A 9, and
He's
that
back.
arrow comes short and falls into the void. Anything else from full on? Any movement?
No, I think he should just stay there.
Sounds good to me. Leo, you're up.
Awesome. And then this
That
is
is
the void, right?
The void. Don't fall into
Cool.
it,
Yeah.
but fly across it by all means.
Okay. Yeah. I think we'll cast fly, and I don't need a roll for that, right? No.
No.
Yeah. There we go. It's just saying to roll for some reason.
Cool. You
Just
are
going to-
flying.
Yeah. Flying. Say I'm going. Oof.
Soaring.
I just make it to there. Boom. I think that's my turn.
All right, Defera, you're up.
She's going to start her turn, and then Eldritch per usual.
A reliable attack. 17 hits.
Alright. Let's do this then.
For 13. All right. Absolutely blast him.
For 13th.
Got another one?
And then. No. No, that's up.
Don't you have 2 Eldritch Blasts?
Oh,
when you
wait.
Eldritch Blast? Yeah.
I was just gonna say, hang on. Yeah, I do think I get 2. Beep.
21 also connects, yeah.
Shit.
For an additional 7. Fantastic. That makes his health really nice and rounded off. Do 20 damage. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
She will kind of run away. Mostly by hiding over here. Away.
All right. Alden's up with Steros the Jenkin next.
Nessa technically scored better, but she's down at the bottom, and I don't know why.
Oh, probably because rolled in after I did the time tracker thing. Anyway, Nessa's up, then Alden, then Steros.
Okay. Nessa's gonna be a smart little cookie and spend her turn going. I have too many things open.
That happens. It's
So
fine.
she's gonna run around town. And she can get there. And then I'm just gonna. Is this a higher rock face or is it lower?
Even. Oh, sorry.
Or
I
not?
don't know. I don't know what
I'm
you're.
wondering if she would be able to hide behind it.
Oh, that is higher. You're all right there.
So she can hide?
Yes.
She wanted to attempt to. She will do that with her action. Next turn, get over there.
Cool. Alden, you're up.
Okay, sweet baby, let's go. Alden's gonna go over here because they can fly 100 feet. They can fly so far. They're so far. And then it's gonna let out a piercing screech. And I need you, this little guy right here, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Con save coming in 22. Natural 20.
Okay. That saves. So nothing happens.
Okay.
But Alden's over there now.
Oh. No. Okay, I'm gonna be better about that. Steros, you're up.
Alright. Steros is going to grumble under his breath about how much he loves us so much.
Hmm.
And then he's just gonna roll for, his eyeballs to do some blasting.
21 will connect. Natural 1 will not. But an 18 will.
Sweet. Okay. This is where this... But
4 and 7 is 11. And I'll take 11 damage. Why don't I use let me do a legendary action for one of these guys. We'll claw at sweet baby Alden. 15.
No.
Alright. It tries to
Wait, no, meets it, beats it. Never mind.
meets it, beats it. Alright. Alden will take 5 slashing damage.
Stop it.
Nah.
Okay.
That being said, anything else with Steros? Okay,
Negative.
Bug followed by Ileana, then Borghild's up.
Bullbug says, "Excuse me," multiple times as he goes running this direction. Dashes, and that's his turn.
All right. In that case, let's pass over to Eliana.
Okay. Forward. And I'm gonna target this guy way down here.
How dare you? That's my secret one.
Damn, that sucks. I'm gonna guiding bolt them. 23 to hit.
Definitely will connect.
Hooray! For 23 damage.
We love that.
Yeah, you love seeing almost max roll on a guiding bolt.
And they are going to be illuminated, yes?
Yes, the next attack roll has advantage.
Okay. Okay, cool. In that case, Eliana, anything else from you?
That's it.
All right, Borghild's up, Calliope on deck.
Question, is this liquid?
No, it is pure void. It is a abyss.
Okay. It just looks kind of beachy, you know, so I just wanted to double check, especially with like
You should dip
the
a toe
water
in.
splatters going on over
You
here.
should go dip a toe in and, you know, just...
No! Bonus action, Amazonian Battlecry. Which
Okay.
makes my attacks, because I'm guessing these are monstrosities?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, which means I get advantage on my rolls against him, because I am God's gift. Because that is my favorite enemy. Okay. 2 chakra. Oh, thank goodness for advantage. Not better. I mean, a little, but
A
not
little bit
better.
better, but that will miss, but not go into the void.
Why would you say that, Turk?
Because it's evil. 29 will connect.
God. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, 22 will connect.
For 13 piercing, and it's a magical, so that sinks in like it should before bouncing back to your hand. Anything else from you?
Gonna back up just a little bit away from this ledge.
Okay.
Nice.
A little bit too close.
Always a good choice.
What's in the waters? Not waters.
Where's its speed? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. Calliope.
Okay. See, I don't want to use my higher level spells yet, so I'm just gonna have to get closer. It'll be fine. Bonus action. Calliope is going to touch Thranos' arm and say, "Don't see any more stars than this, okay?" And give you a bardic inspiration. And then yeah, I guess I'm just gonna dash over this way because we're distributing pretty good. So I'm gonna go. Let's see, I'm gonna fly this way. I'm gonna be over there, and that's me.
Okay. It will be the Sphinx turn. This one is going to start out by going ahead and releasing its own stunning screech. Anybody in this old circle, please make me a Constitution saving throw.
No, I'm so bad at those.
Yeah, you might wanna. You might want to make this.
Can you do the circle
19.
again?
Oh, you're fine.
Uh-oh.
It's 60
I'm
feet.
so scared.
Oh, thank God I stepped back.
What you get? And I also need one from Alden.
No, my sweet baby. Con save, you said?
Yes, please.
What the 6? That's not gonna make it. God, why does this happen every time? I just roll horribly. Like
My
you would
daughter
think
can't
on
do
the
these
D20 it
things.
would work sometimes, but it doesn't. It never does.
So, Calliope, you are stunned
Oh,
as this ear-piercing screech emits from the Hierosphinx. Then it's just gonna go ahead and let's slay into the nearest danger, which is unfortunately Alden at this point. So here comes a beak for 12 to hit, not gonna make it. A 15, which made it last time, so I hope it still counts, and then an 18. Assuming a 15 and 18 are good to hit. Yeah. Sorry, it's just the face. I think it hit. Just based
Killing
on how
my
it just-
child. You don't
so
do this to anyone else's baby dragons.
Well, no one else's baby dragons are so perfectly isolated in this moment.
Leo's right there.
Actually 5 feet away. No, I probably can reach. Nope, sorry, 5-foot reach. Doesn't want to get opportunity attacked. That's going to be 19, but because they both hit, you also take an additional 4, so 23 total damage to Alden. As it rips and snips and tries to mess Alden up. That's that one. We've got a second one here, though. And it's going to go ahead and not create a giant circle, but rather fly there. And then try a similar trick where I need everybody in that circle, who even if you made it last time,
Motherfucker.
to make me a con save. DC 14. If you don't pass, you are stunned.
Yeah, 20.
15.
And good,
Yeah.
meets it, beats it. Oh, actually above it by 1. I can't read. That's Bullbug.
Bullbug failed. He rolled a nat 1.
Oof. And I cannot stress this enough. Doof. Bullbug will be stunned until, and this effect is until the end of the Sphinx's next turn. So keep that in mind. Anyway, I think they are going to go ahead and just dash. And oh, sorry, I'm going to use this as a measuring. I will be flying above the group over here, kind of up above y'all. So I'll mark this as a little above token. About 20 feet. Yeah, anyway, Theranos, you're up.
Theranos, not knowing this is going to end at the end of the turn and having no way of knowing that, seeing Calliope go stunned, limp, and falling into the void, is going to fly and dash as fast as he can to try and get to her. 60 feet.
See, if you can make it, I'll say you can swoop in and have caught Calliope.
That 60 feet gets me within melee range.
Yeah,
That's
you should be fine for a catch.
The irony, it kills me.
Anything else?
That's no, I have no bonus actions to use that are useful without doing something. So
All right, back to the top of the order. It's full on.
All right, we're gonna keep shooting. Although, ooh,
oh wait, I do have one. I'm sorry. Do you mind if I use mine? I do have one.
Yeah.
I will quicken my new cantrip, a sorceress burst. It has 120 foot range at the one that stunned Calliope. So as I am flying toward her as fast as I can, I will use meta magic to quicken a cantrip and send that at. So that is a. I have to pick the damage. Okay, there we go. That's a 19 to hit.
19 does connect.
All right, and it is for 2d8 thunder damage.
Thunder damage, alright.
Oh, neither of them was an 8, only 5.
Still gets blasted with thunderous might. Tell you.
Sorry to interrupt. That's it.
No, you're fine. Tell you what they're gonna do. We're gonna have this other one use its legendary actions, since why not? Where they are going to use Raking Pounce. So it's going to move up to its speed without taking opportunity attacks, and is going to pounce onto the backline archer here before he gets a chance to strike. So 2 claw attacks coming in, a 14 and a 9. Ugh. Against Folon, I think that 14 will hit.
Yeah. No, 14 hits. Meets it, beats it.
Okay. 6 slashing damage to Folon as he's able to rear out of the way of the second one. But this Hierarcho Sphinx is no longer flying in the air and is instead planted on the ground. Anyway, Folon, you're up.
All right. I guess I'm just we going hand to hand. We're gonna do hooves and pike. Does a 16 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay. For 9 bludgeoning.
Okay, it's still going to be halved. Don't think we've got magical horseshoes on Folon, though. That's something
that'd be cool.
too.
No, for Vulcan.
No, not the pike.
Fortunately, that pike gets snatched and in the mouth of the Hierarcho Sphinx, and it's just pulling, and it's going to be hard for him to make any purchase there. Anything else from Folon?
No.
All right, Leo, you're up.
Awesome. I'm gonna get up to this guy's face, and I'm gonna start attacking him with my longsword.
27
27.
absolutely will connect.
For 8.
Okay.
And then 23.
Absolutely. Gonna smite on any of these?
11. Sure. Let's see. It's under features, right? Yeah. Boom. For another 12.
You and slicing once, setting its head aside, you go right for the neck, and make this Hierarcho Sphinx difficult to tell what type of Sphinx it is, because its head is no longer part of its winged lion body. As it falls to the ground, and you hear it, you watch as it slowly turns to dust. We shall meet again in time. But the action's not over. Anything else from you, Leo?
Nope, that was it.
Okay. Nikia.
Awesome. I think they'll come help over here. And just do some bite attacks. 11 does not hit.
11 will not connect now.
Cool. And I think that's it for now.
Okay. Defera, you're up. The focus has shifted, and now the foe is behind you.
Yeah, she's gonna just turn around. She'll just go ahead and she'll do she'll cast. Let me see, how far is that? I just did all these. Okay, yeah. She'll cast Sacred Flame.
Ooh.
Could I have a dexterity saving throw?
From me, I guess, if you must. 19. Oof.
Well, shit. Yeah, they succeed, so they will take no damage.
Okay. As the
And that's all she can do.
Okay. Nessa's up.
For my reference, is this a compass rose? Or is it like a thingy that's actually here?
That's a thing that's actually there.
Okay. Nessa's going to wiggle her way over there, I guess. Try not to get her killed. She's gonna just go look over there and see what's it's about. She can
Cool.
get real fast. She can get to there. So she'll dash up to it and then wait until her next turn to look at it for like realsy.
Perfect. Then Alden's up with Stereos on deck.
Alden is going to cry and hide in these rocks.
Fair. Anything else? Just cry and hide?
Well, they're gonna wait to see if like anyone needs a good bury or healing, but they're gonna just kind of stay hidden until someone cries out in agony.
All right.
Besides them.
I'm gonna use one of the legend actions to make a claw attack at Nakia here. Natural one. Ignore me. As it lets go of that pike and tries to swipe, putting all of its attention entirely towards Nakia and leaving it in a precarious position should a certain centaur try to get another stab in. In the meantime, though, Steros.
Steros is going to even more loudly and let's just take a couple steps back, mostly just so he can focus his eye.
Mm-hmm. Going for some
Let's
blast.
make sure he has good focus. Sure, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. 13, 13, and a natural 1. Unfortunately, none of those will hit as the eye blasts scatter across the various crystalline structures that surround the Hierarcho Sphinx. Anything else from Steros?
Other than making sure... No.
Okay. Bullbug is stunned.
But his turn ends, and he's not stunned anymore. Success!
It is the end of the Sphinx's next turn.
Oh, well.
Rude.
So hold stun for a little bit longer. Almost there. Eliana.
Okay. We're gonna come over here and stab a guy. Stab him real good.
Sounds appropriate. 16 will connect.
Awesome.
On a mithril, alright. For 9, definitely going in and applying that damage fully. Anything else?
Yeah, my bonus action.
Ooh.
And with the back.
26 definitely connects. For an additional 6 damage. Nice. They'll stab and then strike to back it off. Sends its eyes flickering towards you as it reels back in pain. Anything else from you?
Nope.
All right, Borghild, going your way. Uh, 26 and a 23. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 26 will hit, and then a 19 will also hit.
13 points of damage on that one, and then 10 points on the next one.
All right, 23. This is looking real raggedy right now. Not enjoying this situation. Anything else, Borghild? Any more damage you can eke?
No, but I'm gonna flip it off and then become invisible.
Cool.
Because I can do that now. That was part of my most recent level up, is I can go invisible when I connect.
Like a command? That's awesome.
It's a bonus action.
Oh,
I just
cool.
become invisible along with all my equipment and everything until the start of my next turn.
I appreciate that you included and your equipment because I don't know any other thing that wouldn't include it. Anyway.
It's like the Invisible Man from The Boys.
Yes. Translucent. Calliope, you are still stunned. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Hierarcho Sphinx. It will go. It's gonna try and hit the last person who hit him. So here comes a beak at Eliana. That's a natural 20. Probably my only hit I'm gonna get on Eliana because the 17 and an 8 are the follow-up.
Well, that's garbage.
Garbage. 17 is garbage. Be nice. Be a little bit nice to me. That being said, I assume a natural 20 will hit and deal 22 points of damage.
What the fuck?
As it reaches and manages to slip a beak right onto your shoulder, past just above the guard, and really sink in before you're able to push them off. The two claws coming in and raking across your shield. Anyway, I'm gonna see if they get something. They do. Should have done that at the start. Because now I can't use that. Okay, cool. I'm smart. Threnos, you have a now not unconscious Calliope.
I will catch her in my arms as we were flying, swoop through the air, and place her down over here by the rock. Kneel down next to her and say, "Are you okay?"
Yeah, I'm good. She's absolutely she is blushing. She is so embarrassed.
I will reach out and run just one hand down the stretch of your wing and say, "Be careful." And
Ooh,
then
and some of my books.
Just like in my
then I am going to turn and call down lightning on that one that's over there.
one that's never done anything wrong. All right, fine.
Well, the
go
other
for it.
one's dead, so I can't.
Yeah, well, it
start
doesn't seem like
that
this one's
one.
far behind.
Apparently, I only have lightning bolts that have that range. 120 is magic. Sorry, I didn't realize I was actually going to have time to shoot something at it. How close is it to my friends? I've got a fireball loaded.
It's pretty up close there.
I'll just send an entire volley of magic missiles its way.
All right, that'll probably be able to do it.
First level's fine. I don't have a bunch of slots on this if it's almost dead. Number 1 is 4 points. Number 2 is another 4. Number 3 is another 4.
So 12.
And one more. The little thing covered it up. That is 4 4s, 16.
16. As it's barraged with magical energy, it dissipates and falls back. Again, just like turning into dust, rotting away rapidly. And the area here falls silent, but for the silent call of the void. And then beyond, you are now left with what appears... Not that one, sorry. Not that one. That's not the vibe. Here's the vibe. But beyond where Nessa stands, that crystal seems like a kind of like a plinth of sorts, with an area to place a hand, and the energy projected from it seems to be keeping a door closed. Okay. Anyway, people are being silly in our private messages, but that's what I love about this group. Anyway, I assume you all can gather in front of it. I'll kind of move us off the map here. Anyone want to touch the thing?
Feeling as soon as we touch it, we're going to start all of this over again. I don't know what gives me that idea.
Can we vibe check the thing? Is it
it's-
cursed? Is it giving off malicious energy?
It's giving off the energy that seems to be this controls the door that is currently blocking the entrance to whatever this thing is. You recognize the metal that seems to be composing most of the door as adamantine, so, you know.
Are there any like text or like how-to tips nearby?
No, unfortunately, the FAQ has been brushed away by time. Though I'm sure you could find a relevant Reddit post if you had your phone on you.
I will reach out and try and activate the odd stone.
Sure. Reaching out a hand towards it, it seems to sense your intention, and the door appears to almost alter and shift as the energy pulls back away, the kind of stasis that's there dissipating, and the doors open. Vault within almost seems to materialize into existence as soon as you gain sight of it. Within, you see, well, a small number of things. It's not some great hoard here, but you do see a quiver with a number of fine-looking arrows in the back, laid over top of a stony ovoid object.
Another dragon egg.
Egg.
And it's just as that thought pierces your mind that you hear a third and final roar reverberate, and a presence fills the hall behind you. The time has come. We will face one another now. You are all ripped away from that very moment, and now suddenly find yourselves standing across a great stone sundial as an androsphinx in full resplendent glory looks across from you all. Begin. And that is actually what we're going to call it for the evening. As we will get into fighting the Lord of the Island of Time, time-ish kind of lord, a lord who perceives over time. Anyways, wibbly wobbly. That all being said, thank you all so much for joining us. Before we sign off for the evening, I want to give my incredible group of storytellers here a chance to tell you more about them and the work they do. So please, in the order you introduce yourselves, tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, and where they can find more of the exceptional work you put out into the world. Starting, of course, with Comrade Crash.
Yes, I am Comrade Crash. I played Leo Dracos, the Human Paladin. And you can find me here every other week, and also like on Blue Sky and Instagram at Comrade Crash. Up next is Chrissy.
Well, I can time. I'm Chrissy Crits. You can find me on the internet at Chrissy Crits. You can find me at PAX East on some panels if you do PAX East. You'll also find me in games on Thursdays and sometimes on other days. Other people will talk about those things. Not me currently. That's all. Okay, bye! Next, heck.
It's me. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm here, I'm on your screen. And as per usual, I was Calliope. You can find me all over the internet at Sir Heckalot, including Twitch, Instagram. I actually post there a little bit more frequently now. Blue Sky, etc. Just figure out where I'm going to be next in the TTRPG space with those. Most notably, this Friday, find me right back here for episode 2 of Steel and Arbor, our Humblewood campaign. It's already very cute, and I'm very excited. Every other Thursday, find me and Chrissy and Corndog over on Chris and Guild's TTRPG, where we play in Tyranny of Dragons campaign, and we're very silly, and I love it. We also named some cute little baby dragons. We cannot escape the baby dragons.
I love baby dragons.
It's so good though. There's no escape.
Made one pickle.
Yeah. But yeah, most notably, those are what's going on with me. So let's go on over to HP.
HP?
Oh no, he got booted out of Discord.
Oh. Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Wait, I have a soundboard for this. Not for this situation, but I can kind of start.
Hello and welcome. I'm the last hit point hero, and I am here to kick your ass.
Yeah. I mean, like for what he's got going on, find him on the Game Attic.
Yes.
That's the
check
cool
out the Game
new
Attic.
account and stuff that he's got going on.
But yeah, we'll come back when HP is able to rejoin us. But for then, let's toss it over to Tony.
Oh, hi, I'm Tony. I play Ileana Legide. And I'll be back in 2 weeks, because that's all I got going on. Over to Corndog.
Everyone. Hi everyone. Back to you, Turk.
Well, giving it a solid second. I'll do my bit, and if HP is able to join, then we'll do that. Everybody, I am Turk or Turkic, scented across the big blue sky of the internet. HP, are you with us? No? Okay. I have been your GM for the evening, and I am, if you like what I do and the general vibes that I put out, then, yeah, you can find me here on Neon Lights, where, this not next week, but the week after, on the 28th, I'll be here for more Oathsworn, and then on the 29th, for Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle, a Lancer campaign that I run here as well. So keep it locked onto Neon Lights for a bunch of really awesome content coming up in the future. But yeah, that being said,
I made it back in.
You made it back in. Let's toss it back over to HP.
Last simple hero, Theranos, Path of the Demi Titan. The only thing that I did want to say, is if anyone wants to come to Indiana the first weekend of November, I'm putting a convention together. So if you want to help out, I have beds in various Airbnbs. I have more than 20 beds available. So if you want to help at a 2-day convention that is over Halloween weekend, I am accepting applications, and the bar is those who submit applications. So if you're going to be here, then let me know, and we'll find... Yeah, come hang out. We will be. The event is being held at the Electric Works, which is a completely renovated General Electric factory. So it has super cool vibes. And so far, I've got several fantastic folks coming out. So, yeah, there's that for now. That's what I wanted to make sure I squeezed in there after Discord, for some reason, kicked me out and logged me off. So I had to log back in with my phone to get back on. So, there we go. All done. Sorry, back to Turk again.
Yeah, kind of did my bit. So, thank you all so much for joining us. Like everyone has said, we'll be back 2 weeks from now for the next episode of Season 3. Woo! All right, should be a doozy. Who doesn't love a good Andros fist fight? That being as it is, until then, take care of yourselves, keep up the good fight, especially now more than ever, and remember, even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecy. It means a whole bunch of you are here with us tonight. We'll see you soon. Michelle, take us out. And y'all should stick around for the raid.